Okay, let's begin in child's pose. So take your knees wide here, bring your big toes to touch, and press your hips back as you stretch your arms forward. Once your forehead lands down on your mat, take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. Take 3 more breaths here. Let your shoulders relax on every exhale. With your next inhale breath, slowly make your way up to tabletop. Bring your knees underneath your hips. On your inhale breath, gently draw your chest forward, lifting your gaze up towards the ceiling, lifting the tailbone, and then exhale, gently round your spine into cat pose. Once more, inhale, drop the belly, lift your heart forward and through. Exhale, round your spine. Come back to neutral spine and take a moment here to step your left foot forward and tuck your back toes under. Set your back knee back a little bit further on your mat. If you need something underneath your knee, reach for a towel or a blanket. And then walk your hands up to your left thigh, press your chest up, and take your hands to your hips. Gently draw your hips under here. So feel the stretch on your right hip flexor. Press into all 4 corners of your left foot. Inhale and sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Open your chest. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, lower your hands down slowly to frame your front foot. Lift your right knee up off of the mat and send your left arm up to the ceiling. Stretch and reach up to the ceiling with the left fingertips. Find a nice deep breath here, full breath in. Slowly exhale, release the left hand, comes back down. From this position, lower the right knee back and send your hips back towards the back of your mat. Here you can untuck the right toes. On your inhale, let your chest lift and look forward. And on your exhale, fold over the left leg. Walk both hands over to the left, finding a side body stretch here. So you can come onto your fingertips here, hands are on the left side of your left foot, and then gently press your hips to the right. On your next inhale, bring the hands back around and bend back into your left knee. Tuck your toes, your back toes under, lift the back knee, and then step all the way back to downward facing dog. Find 3 breaths here. Press the floor away. Have a small bend in your elbows and lift your tailbone up to the ceiling. Take 1 more deep breath. Exhale, release your knees back down to your mat, tabletop. Good. From here, take your right foot and step it forward. Tuck your left toes under and just set your left knee back a couple inches. Walk your hands up to your right thigh and then inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Draw your tailbone under here. So without bringing your hands to your hips, see if you can draw your tailbone under and feel the stretch in your left hip flexor. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, open your chest, maybe you lift your gaze up. And then exhale, slowly lower your hands down to frame your front foot. Tucking your back toes under, lift the left knee. Inhale, stretch the right arm up and twist to the right. Now keep pressing out through the left leg, reaching up through your right fingertips and take 1 more breath. Exhale, release your right hand down, framing your front right foot, send your back knee down to the mat and press your hips back. On your inhale, lift your heart up a few inches, and on your exhale, fold over your right leg. Walk both hands over to the right side of your right leg and find a stretch down your left side. You can press your hips over to the left an inch. And then with your inhale, walk your hands back forward, framing your right foot, bend your right knee, and step all the way back to downward facing dog. From here, walk your hands back to your feet, come to the back of your mat. And we'll take ragdoll here. So reaching for opposite elbows, bend your knees, let your head release, even shake it out if that helps. Lower your hands down, bend your knees a lot, and begin to sit back into chair pose, bringing your arms forward. Take a deep breath here. And then on your next exhale, slowly take your arms back, reaching back to the wall behind you. Reach out long through the crown of your head, stretch through both arms, all 10 fingertips press back. And then inhale, come back forward into chair just for a breath. Exhale, release, come all the way back down, forward fold. Walk your hands back forward, come all the way into plank pose. And from your plank pose, lower onto your elbows and your forearms. Good, so pressing out through your heels here, try to draw the chest forward, create some space through the front of your body. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, slowly lower your hips, come down to the mat. Palms come down, tops of the feet come down to the mat. And then lift your chest forward. Relax your shoulders and breathe here. And try to relax your legs here, the lower body. Try to soften your glutes, your hamstrings, your thighs. Good, and then from here, take your elbows out a little bit wider and slowly lower your chest down. We're gonna swing the left knee alongside the floor, bring it forward, and reach your right arm over to the left side. So taking that right arm all the way around, the left arm here, you can keep it on top of the right arm, or you can open your chest here and come into a heart opening, chest opening pose just for 3 breaths. So your right arm might not, or your left arm might not come all the way down to the floor, and that's okay. Breathe deeply, slowing down the breath. Good, and take your time bringing your left arm back around, and then slowly pull the right arm back through, the left leg back down, and make your way over to the other side. So the right knee will slide along the floor, coming up to about hip height. Left arm will weave underneath the body and over to the right side. And then maybe take that right arm and open up here into a twist. So you can just let the right arm release over, maybe bringing it closer in towards your body if that's better for you. Or just letting it hang in the air here, that's fine too. And now find your breath and breathe into those spaces that feel tight for you. And then take your time and gently bring the right arm back over. Slowly pull your left arm back through and slide the right foot all the way back down. So we'll bring the hands underneath your shoulders, press into your hands and your knees, press up and back into child's pose. Knees wide, hips press back. This time maybe you walk your hands a little bit wider and prong your fingertips. See how that feels? Inhale, lift your hips back up. Come back to tabletop. From your tabletop position, send the left leg straight back. Bring your toes down to the mat, so tucking the toes under, pressing out through the left leg, and then press into the floor to lift your right knee up. From here, take the right foot back to meet your left, and lift your hips back, downward dog. Exhale, lower your knees back to tabletop. Send your right leg straight back. Bring your right toes down, tuck the toes under, and then press into your hands. Lift your left knee up, hover your knee over your mat, and then send your left foot back to meet your right foot. Do a little core work there. Inhale here, exhale, press back, downward dog. Good, take your time, come back to your knees. We're going to swing the legs around and come all the way down to seated. And from seated position, just slowly roll yourself all the way down. Bringing your knees with you, hug your knees into your chest. Go ahead, reach for your ankles here or the outsides of your feet or big toes and take happy baby. Maybe stretch one leg and then the opposite. Rock side to side if that feels good. Take a nice full breath. Awesome, and then gently bring the knees back together. Feet down to your mat. Press your feet down, arms by your sides. Rock your shoulders underneath your back. Inhale, peel your hips and your back up off of the mat. Squeeze your knees together and then lift your left knee up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left foot down. Inhale, right knee lifts up, marching. Exhale, bring it back down. Go ahead, keep going, lifting the left, lower. Inhale, lift the right, and lower. Take one more. Good. With both feet down, press your hips up a little bit higher. Hug your knees in towards each other and then slowly lower your back all the way down. Hips come back down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Let both knees roll to the left side, arms open into a big T. Take a deep breath in, fill all the way up. Big exhale. Relax here. 2 more breaths. Inhale, knees lift back to the center. Exhale, knees to the right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let your body release down. Shoulders are heavy. Your inhale breath lifts your knees back to the center. Hug your knees in one more time. And then exhale, release your legs long into Shavasana here. Stretch your body into this final pose of relaxation. Allow the toes to fall out, the heels in. Slide your shoulders down your back here. Open your palms to the ceiling. Take a nice full breath, and with your exhale, allow your body to rest. Just following your breath in and out through your nose. Just feeling any effects of your practice. And stay here for as long as you'd like. Namaste.